Hello everyone, it's Budgeting by me. I'm really happy you're here. A long time I was not here. I took more than a week of holidays because I was a bit of sick during my holidays. I went having really bad cold and it makes me grounded in a bed for at least 10 days. So I am back with my budgeting, and I can tell you June was crazy, but I was already knowing that when I was planning it. So as I decided until June I was following the same rules that I did, and July I want to twist some things. Plus there is loads of tax and stuff that happened that may completely change my life. Well, not completely, I will not say completely, but make my life upside down from the next few months. So yeah, so I was not expecting to get a bigger paid this month because I knew that I'm still working in a kind of as a part of the project team, and I was expecting the money comes more in end of the year, but somehow the project was ended sooner and the financial was accepted, so I got money sooner. So for work I was planning to get 1,507, and I exactly got it because I roll over from last month. From my housemate I was planning to get this month 550, but he paid me 390.54 because what happened is we had the students over from Germany, and when we calculate how much we're spending, because we were spending as well the cash, some stuff, and all bits and bobs that we were using from our own things, we were end up with £140 left per person to cut the rent. Plus he bought some stuff from his own pocket money, so basically his rent was cut to 390.54. And that's my miscalculation because I thought he wanted to move to next month, but hey. From business I was planning to get £100 this month, but I actually end up getting £3,000. That is brilliant because that money will be more suitable for me to have it September instead of end of the year. I would just need to keep my hands in a pocket and not spend that money because I'm really bad with spending, guys. By doing this budget, I just realized how the freaking bad I am with money. Anyway, we all work in progress. From a side hustle, I was planning to get 560, and I got 560 for the student. Of course, I spent some money. My husband spent some money, so we end up spending it. But yeah, others I was planning to get 165.28. That was a rollover from last month, and I did roll over 165.28, and I did get 560 pounds 03. So 03 is from my bank account, basically like an interest fee, and 500 I got from a friend of mine that I borrow money to last month. And because I went and make a miscellaneous spending last month officially for him, I did an income this month, and I got £60 from my boyfriend. So altogether I end up having an income, and this is not like income like, well, all income that went through my bank account is 6,182.85. And be honest with you, that amount is shocking me because during the months when you're getting spending, I didn't thought about this amount. Of course I knew that the £3,000 is staying on my bank account, but I was quite shocked how much money is actually rolling through my bank account every single month. And like last month was almost £5,000, and the month before was also £6,000. And I know most of that money is for spending or to do savings, but yeah. Anyway, for council tax I spent £172. That was correct. Water I spent £21.97, and our water company say we don't spending that much water, and I don't believe them. But yeah, I'm still planning in the next month. I'm still planning the same bigger amount, even if they wanted to take a smaller, whatever. So for the rent, we're spending 750. That's correct. For charity, so for British Heart Foundation, I thought it's £5, but it's actually 434. That's brilliant. Electricity, I plan 110 and I spend 110. Although electric company told us we spend like 38.28, something like this, for electricity and gas, I don't believe them, guys. The prices went so freaking much. I don't believe it's that cheap. So I paid 110 as long as I can, and we will see next month what they say. For Amazon, I spend $7.99 for Prime. For home internet, I spend 30, and I already know this price is going up. And for phone, I spend 24.02. So altogether, the basically bills cost me 1,120.32. So I was left with, for everything else, with £5,000.62. So now for my budget envelopes, and I did put a bit of money in cash, but then my cash went completely opposite way because I needed to pay for some repairs in the car. And guys, I got this car for free, and I did know from the beginning that I will have the repairs because I needed a new bumper and this and that, and I didn't, because I already felt like, oh, I got the car for free. I didn't want anyone to pay for it, so basically I went and paid to the car shop for fixing everything, and it ended up with £500 for all of it, so it's still okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. You see, I'm still head sick. So for food, I was planning to spend £200. I spent actually £261.34, and it's because I went for 1 week holidays to my boyfriend, and we have, before I get sick, we had several friends coming over, visiting us and this and that, and because my boyfriend was in the middle of cooking or something, or he was just coming back from work, I did the food shopping, but I'm okay with that. I enjoyed a week off, even if I was really sick, and I'm still kind of sick. It was not COVID, it was just like some kind of flu or cold, I don't know, but it's just ridiculous. For transportation, I was planning to spend 400. I spent 318.81, and guys, price of a petrol, that was why I didn't buy the bike. When I saw putting the petrol to my car and I saw the price 87.87 on one of the bills, I was like, oh my god, if I didn't do this and I just spend money like frequently, oh, for this, for that, I will not have this money. I would just be probably like calling my boyfriend and say, hey, can you send me money, please? Because I will be probably, you know, not expecting to bills like this, and that's horrifying. That's horrifying to not have extra money if everything goes wonky. Anyway, home, I was planning to spend 20. I spent 32.91, and it's most of because of the cleaning products and all the products we bought, additional products that we needed to have for the girls that they came. For fun, I was planning to spend 50, and we're supposed to go for massage. That's supposed to cost £45, but we actually didn't go anywhere, so £50 was not spent. For health, I was planning to pay 30, and I pay 48.93, and it's also because I suppose I wanted to have some treatment done, but I couldn't do it, so I basically bought things to do it by myself at home because I really need it for my skin. For business, I was planning to spend 100, and because I had my job interview and some sending of the packages and this and that, I spent 78.89. For now, I didn't get the job. Well, I didn't get any information, yes or no, but I'm understanding after 1 month from the interview I didn't get the job, but that's completely fine. My job is okay, but I just want to change something because I feel like I'm wasting my time. For allowance, I was planning to spend 50, and I spent 24, so that's perfectly fine. For miscellaneous, I was planning to spend 300, and only my card took 500. I also make some payments for my boyfriend bills because he's still waiting for his bank to be sorted, and he's basically waiting for a new bank card. But don't worry, guys. We already established a small argument on the card, agreement on the card. So I count all the bills that I pay for him and everything. He signed it officially that he's giving me this one back. We of course laugh, but just in case if he end up leaving, I'm joking. So I established that how much he's supposed to pay me back, and that's completely fine. For students, I was planning to spend 260. I personally paid 221.41, but all together I think we pay almost 300 pounds. We were left with 140 pounds basically, sorry, with 280 pounds to spare, to spend for our rents. So that was alright. Well, we only went through like 30 pounds budget, but that's okay. It was really lovely time. The girls were lovely, and yeah. Sorry guys if I'm sniffing or something, but I'm still kind of in a process of getting rid of the sickness. Anyway, altogether I spent 2,000. I was planning to spend 1,400, but I spent 2,250 pounds 83 cents. So I was left in the end of the month with 2,811 and 70. And I did, guys, it's the 2nd July, and I did 3 days of thinking what the hell I want to do with that money. Because there is so many important things that I need to do. I don't want to roll over them because I will definitely spend them, and I don't want to just put them in a random sinking funds that, you know, I'll need to spend money anyway. So it's really hard for me to decide, and I made the decision because I took out the money from my business tax that I was planning to do. I don't want to be in debt in the taxes. And I took the money for paying for my boyfriend rent. I decide from this 2,811 pounds, I am putting 1,466 pounds to the business tax. So from this 3,000 pounds that I got this month, it will be 600 pounds of taxes. Last month I got 3,000 pounds, so it's exactly as well 600 pounds, so it's already 1,200. And I do understand I have expenses and this and travel, and I can do petrol out and that, but I don't know, I prefer to be in this 9 months from now or 10 months from now to be on a plus and say, oh my god, I got extra 700 pounds to put them somewhere, than to be in a rabbit hole and just wonder how I can run from him. So I just basically put 1,466. If there will be a life emergency, I can use that money because they are on my Sterling bank account in a special cloud. So I do have them in the reach of my hand, but I don't want to use them. So say that, so I spent for any sinking funds 1,466, and I was left with 1,345 and 70. So what I did next, I thought about emergency fund, and because I will tell you what is happening next month, well, in 3 months from now, I just basically found the whole emergency fund, and I would like to pop a bit more in emergency fund in the next few months, because it will be necessary in place, because I don't know what will be happening. So they basically 1,000 pounds went for emergency fund, and I'm left with 345.70 that I'm rolling over for the next month. So what happening is, the first thing why I'm rolling over this money is because my accountant did a calculation for last financial year, and I need to pay like 321 pounds of a tax, because I didn't have that much expenses basically, and I was earning my money from my job and everything. So I will use this money, a bit of this money, for paying my tax, and then the rest will be kept. So this money, 345 and 70, it also well, £40 from that money is basically cash money that I'm going to roll over to the next month to put in my cash wallet. So yeah, so that is my June. And July I already started doing, so I'm using a highlight method from Budget Mom US, and it's brilliant because it's straight away telling me where anything goes and where it goes, and I don't need to like check it and get me cool information. So for what is happening next several months is, currently, as you see, I'm renting a big house because it's a 3-bedroom house. We have a council tax, we have water bills, 750 is a rent, and electricity is 110, and all of it. And my housemate, we decide May this year, we decide with my housemate, he want to live here until his graduation, end of November. So he would like to live here until end of the year, December, would like to work and all that kind of stuff. And that was the plan. He's going to work, and he finished university in May. He's waiting for graduation in November. And because we had the situation, I told you once that how he paid 28th of every single month is a bit crazy. So when he moved in last year, January, to this house, he had some financial problems, and my sister, who was paying back then all the bills and we were giving her back money, she allowed him to pay for January, end of February. So basically what we end up doing following the next year, and what he couldn't do until now, it is that he was always like 28th of July, 28th of June, he's paying for May. And he just informed me that he actually, I told him, listen, if you're moving out December, you need to pay 2 rents, because this 28th of December, you're paying for November, and you need to pay for December, because I'm not gonna look for you anywhere in Europe for money, and £500 is not something I have. And he's a really good, lovely guy, don't get me wrong, and everything. And he said, oh, I do understand, and you're right, and you're right. And then he came around to me and he made the decision. He's moving out September. He's moving out end of September. Of course, end of the September, he will need to pay me double rent, so it will be still 550 double, so 1,100. But that doesn't change the fact I am screwed. Because if I will have no income from my like side hustle job, and from my coaching and doing marketing and this and that, like now I was sick and I did nothing for a week, I'm basically have my basic salary 1,500, and I cannot pay 1,120 pounds for the bills and then get 400 pounds for the whole month, 300 pounds for the whole month to leave, drive, put the petrol and all of it together. It's not happening. Finding someone for this house will be quite hard, because I don't know if there will be any additional person coming to the house. The house arrangement is going for another 6 months forward, so I will be basically stuck for another 6 months here if I don't know what I want to do. I can go to the share house, but then I have so many freaking stuff. I will need to spend 2 months of selling only goods, furnitures, lamps and baskets and whatever I collected, organizing stuff, because in share house I will have no space for it. I could rent a house, like an apartment for myself, but then those bills will not get drastically down, because everything is now super expensive, and the house I'm living in, like the area I'm living in, is also not cheap. So it's and there's a fourth option to move into my boyfriend, but that's a life decision that I don't know we want to do right now, because there's so much mess. And yeah, I need to sleep with that decision, but emergency fund is very in place for now. And yeah, So what I have as well, very quickly today, I end up empty all the sinking funds because I need to start from beginning July. So I will be putting July, as you can see, everything is just basically empty. I just need to change those ends with the amount. So what I end up doing is I took all the money out from there, and I was basically left with 30 pounds there. So I have a 40 that is going to my wallet. I have a 20 pounds that is from my sinking funds, and what I have as well is a jar that I never put as an income yet, because I just sold some small stuff to my friends or family member, or someone gave me money back, and I basically have here already 45 pounds that I still didn't put as an income to any of the month. And I think because next month I want to do some selling parts, I will just leave those money in a jar as they're not happening, and I will only use the coins that I found around to just put them in a coin jar very quickly as I am with you. So those 45 pounds go back here, and I will actually put those 20 pounds as well to the jar, because there will be like a extra income next month, and I will then make a 0 to my sinking funds. So what I want to do, I have my jar. Let me go. I have my jar. I'm so sorry for everyone who is basically now on headphones, and I do have my coin jar challenge. Oops. So last month I put £1.67 and then 57 cents. Then I had some jars from some coins from before. So right now I have 20, 40, 60, 80, £1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 65, £1 plus 65, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 65, 65, 66, 67, 68, 68, 168 I have currently. So what I'm doing from the biggest one. So if I have £1.68, I'm minusing, so it would be 168 minus 97. So we'll put 97 cents out, and then we'll be left with 71 cents out. And I will just put this one in a jar. It's getting really heavy and it's getting quite full, and I'm happy with that. Cool. So guys, that's it. And basically I'm getting rid of the coins that I didn't have them count anywhere. The coin jar is going up. My budget for June it's finished. I'm rolling over. Let's do another month, guys. Hopefully better than this one in terms of spending. Guys, have an enjoyable weekend. I'm really happy you're here. If you like it, subscribe and say hi to me. I will comment. I'm back in front of the computer, so yeah, subscribe and like, I will be very appreciated. See you to the next time. Bye.